Previously on ApprenticeEh.
All smooth sailing. Sky breakfast. He feels very big.
Here's some snacks. Tiny little jar of mayonnaise.
Best trips ever.
Light the street lamp with a lantern.
It's like 7 p.m. back home. Bwomp.
Good morning.
Bathrobe party. Bathrobe party.
We are
In
hanging
bathrobes.
out. We're in bathrobes. We have to leave in like 45 minutes. So we ordered room service. Pretty sure this is the actual first time I've ever ordered room service in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I like going places and like
Right.
going for breakfast and going for dinner. Last night we went to the pub, bar, whatever it's called, in the hotel because we were like, let's go get food instead of ordering in. But today we're in a hurry, so we ordered just continental breakfast. It comes in a cool tray. It's got some fancy breads and some orange juice, and orange juice for me, coffee for Corrado, and then some apricot. This is some orange marmalade.
Ooh.
Some strawberry, and some honey.
Oh look, it's like heated
So
milk.
weird.
It's all
It's
foamy.
warm milk. Weird. This is awesome.
It's fancy.
It's so fancy. I feel super fancy right now.
I got a little.
And I eat food in a house coat.
Yeah, and I got a little thing of coffee, all for me, and I'm gonna drink the whole thing.
Good, because I don't want any. We just ordered for one person, and it comes with coffee and orange juice. We're like, good, I'll drink the orange juice, and Corrado will drink the coffee.
Perfect.
Very convenient.
These are my C-3PO socks.
Shiny.
Thanks. I got
It
them.
makes your feet look weird because it's a long body thing.
Right.
You're also leaning, but
I'm also leaning, because if I stand up, then it's kind of hard to see.
there you go.
Got these from Andrew's Formals.
Cool. Very shiny.
I drive on the other side all the time naturally. I feel so comfortable and natural here. At least this way the cops don't chase me around when I do. Cool.
Awesome. This is fun.
Thanks for everyone to be here tonight. I'm so excited to be here, and I mean, especially seeing all these characters in the background. Honestly, my jaw's been on the floor all afternoon. I really appreciate all of you guys being here to see a sneak peek at our collaboration of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Really excited to introduce a new Gillette campaign with such a great partner. The campaign that we're going to be launching is going to be called Every Story Has a Face.
It's a good title. Every story has a face. John, what exactly does that mean?
I have no idea. It
just sounds really good when you say it.
Seriously, you know, at Gillette, we honestly believe that there's a lot of power in how a guy chooses to show up every day. And I think, Matt, you can probably sympathize. All of us guys, we have a mirror moment in the morning. We get out of bed, we get in front of the mirror, and we choose how we want to show up. And, you know, every face has a story. Every face has a story, and that's something that holds true for guys, you know, everywhere, whether it's here on Earth, or frankly, if it's in a galaxy far, far away. Everybody's getting ready for our days. So every face has a story, and hence every story has a face.
He's an Oscar winner. His job is that he's a creature and special makeup effects supervisor, and he's worked on lots of films, including Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and of course, Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Please give it up for Neil Scanlon.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, Neil. Please have a seat.
Quite a lot of excited people there. Perhaps didn't know you were. Well, literally one very excited man. He's here. Your stalkers arrived.
Security. That's me.
That's you.
And we're very excited to have you here tonight.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, for those of us who perhaps don't know exactly what it is that you do on the movies, I imagine that's quite small numbers, talk to us about your role. What do you do in the Star Wars universe?
Okay, so we're a little team of people. Well, actually, we're quite a large team of people now. But it's our job to work with the directors and to try to capture the world of Star Wars from the perspective of the robots, the droids, the creatures. Sometimes we do some of the spaceships as well. But we really just work along with the director, work along with the script, try to find their vision for what the film might be, and then to take those designs and create them into real-world practical effects, which is opposite to, in a sense, what you might call a digital effect, which doesn't really exist in the real world, it exists only within the computer. And as time goes by, more and more we combine those two technologies together. So as you'll see in Rogue One, there's the beginning of some really exciting amalgamations of the practical world with the digital world, which I don't think we've seen before.
We've been told to do phase 1 through 4 in order. So what, you're going to be able to tell that I'm lying?
One of the things is, if it comes down to lies, you have to be emotionally connected to trying to keep it secret. There's got to be a fear of a reprisal or a punishment.
Okay, so there needs to be consequences for lying.
That's right. So if they're not there, you're not going to give away any information. If you think that you've got it locked down, you're not going to give anything away.
I think I've got it locked down. That's a problem.
So when I look at you, well, the first thing I'm going to be looking at, first of all, though, is your character. Oh, sorry, your personality.
Yep.
So your facial features will tell me that. Because I know that when you walk up to people, you're quite comfortable standing close to them. Mm-hmm. It's all about the feeling of things inside, so you keep most of the stuff to yourself. But it's all about the flow as it comes in. The analytical, so you need the information before you make a decision. Fairly fussy about the way things are, so if you're designing something, it's got to be right.
Yep.
You'll be making sure all that's there. Variety. When you're variety in your life, when you're doing the things that you do, you don't want to do the same stuff over and over again.
I'd say that's accurate.
And as I said, once you've got that information, you've got to analyse, you're going to make your decisions pretty quickly, and you move to action. You don't muck around. And a good level of confidence as well. Not overly confident, but at the same time not at the level where somebody needs to build their confidence.
I'm kind of overly confident.
I'd say he's pretty overly confident.
Extremely confident. And insecure.
And insecure, okay.
Yeah.
But see, what you'll find is that you have a gauge of where you are. What I'm looking at is where it's on a gauge with other people as well.
Okay.
So where you feel that you're confident, I'll find other people who are even more confident will be at that end.
Right.
And then those at the other end where they need to build their confidence.
I see.
So we all have a perception of where we are, and we're always the key point, and everybody else is inside of that.
I see.
When I look at people, I look at them on that and put them into that line then where they actually fit.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Cool. First guy read my face, told me a bunch about myself, and now we have a celebrity groomer who's going to help kind of trim me up. Because I tend to just like shorten things and then go for like
You just let it grow and then shorten it
shaggy.
and then grow
Yeah.
and then shorten
I just buzz it to a 3, let it get long. Buzz it to a 3. Yeah, that's all I do. I don't do anything specific with anything. Just au naturel. So hopefully we can fix that.
Everybody's different. Every facial hair is different. Hair's different. Face shapes. So what I do, add all of this together and give advice. Some advice on what you could do.
Yes, please. I could use some advice.
He could use more than just advice.
What shape is my face? Aside from long, is it long?
Well, it's a sort of oval, triangular shape. So you have quite long chin. So is that sorry to say?
Go ahead. I don't care.
No, it's fine. So it's long, triangular.
Yeah.
Good
So there's like 5 points. So it's like a pentagon. It's like an upside down, elongated pentagon.
It's not weird or it's not.
I didn't say. I never said it was weird. I just want to know what my face shape is. I got a patch here, which is killing me because I don't have one here. I wish I could just go like.
Okay.
But I can't. And then one other thing. So at times when I've wanted a beard, I don't know exactly where to find the neck line, and that's killing me.
Well,
I've tried and it always looks dumb.
So what you should do, you should shave up to this point here. No any higher than that. So can you see that?
Yep.
So if you go,
Kind of like right on the Adam's apple.
you need to go downwards.
That changes things.
That is a trick. Yeah, that is a trick because once you shave like
I get like a weird oval and it's ugly. When I just do this.
So look, go downwards. It's very difficult to sort of do.
To see yourself.
The voluntary thing to do and the most natural for you is just sort of do that.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I do.
you think that is a straight line. you go for a straight line. That's not a straight line. Well, it's a straight line for you looking at it, but it's not the right way.
Right.
You should look at it as a U. Look.
It's so weird.
I know.
It's never looked good.
Yeah, but once
I haven't done that.
Once your head goes down like that, that's the point where you still have those bits there. The only bits that will come off is that.
Fascinating.
You want the proportion of the neck to here to be always more than here.
I see.
So these bits always shave them off.
Okay.
Because they're not struggling. But look at both sides as well. That's higher, but there's more hair on this side.
Yeah.
Bay 3.
Yeah, so when we talk to men about with the 3D image on the screen, you can interview them and they give you so much more detail in terms of how they found their shape.
Oh, cool.
And particularly things like this when you're looking at...
Jeez, this is too much.
So when men are trying to trim around the bottom of the beard and trying to get a neat line, things like that, you can really tell, rather than going, oh yeah, I just want to do it like here, they can really tell you exactly which bit they want to trim.
Right.
And so then we can then use that. This whole system is calibrated, so we can do measurements of it. We can actually work out exactly which areas they're working, how big it is, and all that sort of stuff.
Cool.
That's really cool.
So loads of detail.
We got the
We can go every morning.
3D camera set up.
Why not?
6 cameras? Oh, you're right. There are 2 in each thing. Cool. And then that puts together and makes that.
Is
Nice.
that better?
That's my one eye's huge, but this is pretty cool.
That looks really cool.
So,
It looks like a video game, right? When you see it, and it's like in that uncanny valley, like almost human animated. Whoa!
It really does now, right?
Hey, that's me.
Yeah. So this is the wireframe structure.
More me than you could ever.
Oh, the wireframe. Yeah.
It's a wireframe structure with the photo wrapped over it.
Right.
So this is the data that we will be using for measuring things on your face.
Cool. Cool. That's really cool. Oh wow.
So it doesn't do structure through hair. So,
Right, yes.
So you can't see what your structure of your face is on. And certainly it's very cool too.
We'll just put you right in the next Force Awakens game.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So that's the. So if we took this out and put this in a CAD, computer-aided design software, this is what we would take out.
Yep.
So we can put a structural object in there. We can put razors on top of that and work out what angles they need to work through and all that sort of thing. It's a little lumpy because
Gillette and Rogue One, what's your story?
Okay, so the coolest part about this event, aside from the fact that I'm here with my friends,
Especially beside the fact you got your face 3D.
and we're at Pinewood Studios, and I got my face 3D mapped.
It's a lot of cool things to be.
And that Gillette brought us here, and that they told me what to do with my facial hair, and that Neil Scanlon was here. Aside from all of those coolest things, the coolest thing, with all the coolest things, is the costumes that they have. That were the actual costumes used in the movie of the actual movie. Yeah, but famous people stood here. Right. Look at how cool you look. You're all blue and purple. And so we got some of the villains. Then kind of like a new lead admiral villain guy or director, I guess.
Yeah,
director
of
is my
Advanced
guess.
Weapons Research.
Krennic, cool. Seems like he's kind of in charge of the Death Star-ish. I like his cape.
He's like the young.
Everyone likes capes. Yeah.
I was actually impressed that he was in white. At first glance, I was like, oh, white is a good guy. And then I was like, that's not a good guy. That's
So,
a bad guy.
with my old expanded universe knowledge, white was always like a Grand Admiral. Like Grand Admiral Thrawn was in his whites. But yeah.
Was there anyone in white?
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Was he in New Hope?
There's like an extra Imperial officer at like the big round table.
Yep.
There's some are in black and some are in like the olive green.
Yeah.
And then some are in the olive gray and then like the different shades of gray. Yeah. And there is a guy who's in like a cream white.
Okay.
He doesn't have any lines. I also don't know his name, but I'm sure it's out there. You can keep your eye out for him next time you watch A New Hope. So we have the Imperials there, and then over here we have the rogues, the rebels. They're here. Check it out. So here we got a hero, the cool guy, the guy with the sleek looking face, with the dark hair. He's all kind of sexy-ish and just kind of mysterious. He's got like he's got a good look to him.
Yep.
You would think like, Corey, as a Star Wars fan, haven't you like memorized all of the characters and don't you know? I save that for after the movie. I don't want to know. I don't want to be like, oh, this guy who's this and that. I do want to know that, but not before I see the movie. have only watched each trailer once. I want to just go and not really know what I'm about to see it a bunch, then I buy the making of books and the art books and the novelization and and then I just like, but not yet. So I'm trying to avoid, I try to avoid as many spoilers as possible. So heroes, I know Jin Urso is like the lead, the strong female lead, and that's the dude, the blind dude, and that's the guy. He's got a gun. Yeah, it's gonna be really sweet. Guys, I don't want to know yet. I don't want. They're cool people, and they're in the movie, and they're their costumes. And after we see the movie, I will look back at this and go, "Oh, sick!" But in the meantime, I want it to be a mystery. Because you only get to see a movie for a first time once. I mean, obviously, it's your first time. You only get that once. I remember when I was in the theater watching The Force Awakens for the first time, halfway through the screening, me thinking, I don't know what's going to happen. In watching this movie, I don't know what happens next. And after you watch it the first time, boom, that's it. That's it. You get your 2-hour experience, and then it's a different joy every time after that. So I know there's a bunch of good guys, and there's a bunch of bad guys. I know there's some water, and I know they're gonna fight.
And there's a beach.
And there's a beach. The beaches of Normandy. That's all I want to know. And there's a Death Star. That's literally, I don't want to know any more than that. But what I do like, I really like the real life stuff. A lot of people with their Star Wars knowledge and kind of the nerdom, and I mean that in a good way, and like the obsession and the fandom, they really obsess over in-universe stuff. This character is named this, and blah, they're related to this and this story and whatever and blah blah. I like the making of. That's always been my nerd. I like the filmmaking of it. Like, oh, Pinewood Studios, or like, oh, this guy. Yeah.
And they didn't go very far because they were probably used in this building for filming.
Yeah.
They just moved it out of the closet. No.
I remember watching, the TV show like Cosmos, and like in the opening credits, I was like, oh, that guy was an art director on episode 2, and I just like, or when we were here and they were like, oh yeah, Neil Scanlon, I was like, oh, like I knew exactly who that was.
The only one
really polite.
I watched the bonus material over and over and over. I'm also really excited because they're about to re-release the Force Awakens 3D Blu-ray version.
Oh yeah.
With more bonus material, but more importantly, a director's commentary of J.J. Abrams talking about the film.
Actually, you know what's interesting about that costume?
What's interesting about this costume?
You see the gun holder?
Yep.
It's actually cut out to make room for the gun.
Good.
So that the shirt is cut out.
Oh, I see. Her shirt goes up.
This way the shirt doesn't cover the gun.
Right, so the shirt goes lower.
You need to grab it. You don't want the shirt.
Right, I see.
That was a neat little.
That's a neat little
thing.
That's a neat little thing. Cool. This is cool. Pinewood Studios is cool. Gillette is cool. Thank you, Gillette. They kind of trimmed me up a bit. Feeling good. Super cool experience. Super cool being here. And yeah, I don't know.
This was filmed on the beach. They're running a lot of film.
Home is where the bar is.